here recently. Jill Arbeiter was ahead of me. We were coming back from our game and beating them. And she called and said, why are the lights on at Cohen? Because this was after 11 o'clock. And I said, I'll just swing out there real quick. You know, see if they left them on, because that's happened more than once. So we went out there, and there was a whole group of coaches with every one of the lights on. They're drinking beer.
Almost seems like there needs to be some absolute rules set and followed, and if they're not, then they're fined.
And see, we set up rules for them, and then ever since then, we ran into nothing but problems, because see,
Start fining them.
we can't, Chester Sports is not accountable to the city. They get money, they get funds through them, but they are not accountable for anything. So I've had numerous meetings with the coaches over, you know, rules that we would like to have so that we're all kind of working together. And I was told very politely that they don't answer to us. So
Who do
that's,
they answer to?
they answer to themselves, I guess. I don't know.
And that hasn't been forever, right?
No, when Tad Ockenbach had the program, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. And I've been through all the systems and seen the difference. And it's different now.
So how many years has it been different?
Yeah,
6, 7,
5,
7
6,
years.
7. Yeah, they used to repay us the seed money that the city gave them as well. The city gives them $5,000 a year, and we always gave them that before, like all the kids signed up. And then at the end of the season, the Chester Sports Board would give the check back to the city. And that hasn't happened in a number of years. I don't know. I haven't read the last 4 years of meeting minutes.
Can we not change it back? If this isn't working, can we not change it back?
That's up to the council to decide that. Not just these guys, that's the whole council.
There
Me,
needs to be a plan set up.
Yes. And we've been really working hard. We've had a lot of roadblocks on our way, of course. That,
Sometimes you gotta go around.
yes, exactly. I totally agree. So we're working on it. We're trying to get some things in place that everybody will, you know, like I said before, you know, people have questions, come to the park board meeting. You know, it's, you want to know what's going on, come to a meeting. You know, let's bring suggestions and, you know, whatever. I don't have a problem with that. I know the rest of them don't either.
I know a lot of people that do.
So,
And that's
they have a problem with the park board?
well, just, I don't know, it's local, just how things are done, you know? How can that be reestablished? You know, that this is a serious organization.
exactly.
And
I
that
think if
we
the
take care
people
of
that
ourselves.
were, yeah, and I think part of the problem is because you've got people that are, either should be involved in or not involved, you know, till after the fact. Or you have people that really it's nothing to do with whatever their agenda is, you know what I'm saying? And then they want to get on board, but it's just not working. It's just not working.
I think sometimes it's just my own thought that people are confused with the Park and Recreation Board or Commission and Chester Sports. They think it's all one.
They do. Well, a lot of people
So it all
thought
falls
that.
back
A lot
on
of
the city.
people, I thought that for
We
years.
got nothing in common.
Yes, and it all, but
Trust
then
me.
it all falls on the city. And
Yeah, because I did not even know that. And like I said, I've coached for 15 years. I
We
didn't know.
started the No More Chester Sports Facebook thing.
where's that at?
It's on Facebook.
No more Chester
No
sports.
More Chester Sports has been started, and I think there were some people blaming it on Gritty.
They were,
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Look, someone did. Who started?
Somebody else trying to search about it.
Who is it?
I'm a member, I've talked to them.
You're
They,
on-
yeah, I became a member of it. But I also asked them, you know, about it, and they said that they couldn't fit the whole name on there. And so they kind of bid it up, and it's supposed to be Chester Sports Board.
That's kind of a far fetch from no more Chester sports.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't see the Chester Sports going anywhere, no. That's why I asked. And Dalton had put on there, because he had become a member, before I had, and he had asked, and that's what they told him too, is what I assume.
We have a question, sir.
Yeah, at the last park board meeting, they asked me to do some research, and while I got you guys here and anybody else, they asked me to come up with information, do the research on alcohol in the ball fields. So I'm not looking for an answer, I'm just wanting people to get their thinking caps on. I did meet with Brian Williams. He's I'm going to call it the chairman of the Pony, the Chester kids are now
I'm
called the
Brian.
Pony Association. And he said, as far as he knew, that it would be up to the host community organization to establish the rules. Other than that Pony does have guidelines that there's no alcohol, I'm going to say, from the dugouts in, on the fence, on the playing surface and dugouts, it's Pony regulation that there's no alcohol. But it was his indication that it would be up to the host organization here in town, that would be the city of Chester, to establish alcohol usage guidelines. So that's a little bit of them.
Coleman, that there is no alcohol allowed out of Coleman.
So,
I do know that. Cole Park is different.
well, as I remember the Cole Park dedication from the Cole family, it said something in there to the effect that no alcohol is to be sold, excepting beer and wine. In my interpretation of that would be that, well, if you can sell beer or wine, surely you can drink beer or wine.
Well, you can't sell it. You can have beer and wine out there, but you can't sell it.
I've got the ordinance here, I'm not sure how old it is. 2008, April 24th was when it was probably reprinted, I'm gonna guess. Liquor in park. It shall be unlawful for any person to sell or offer for sale any intoxicating liquor of any kind within the limits of the park, excepting beer, which may be sold only with the consent of the corporate authorities, and no intoxicating liquor shall be brought into the park for consumption excepting beer.
So they can bring beer into the,
According,
Is that parks, or is that?
it's parks.
That's not just Cole specifically.
This is, it says parks,
Yeah, well, I do know
but there
that
is,
the signs that was out there when Coleman was first established, the signs out there, there were no alcoholic beverages in the Coleman.
I know that on the buildings out there now, it's no pets, no alcohol.
which is fine
No wheels.
for Cohen.
So anyway, just,
There's no shelter buildings, you can't hold a family reunion at Cohen. Well, there is shelter buildings, but you
Yeah.
still can't hold a family reunion, I don't think.
so
Maybe you
anyway,
can.
just food for thought. Not looking for answers, just food for thought.